All right, hello, all my Night Reader fans. Like I have tons and tons of you, right? I did make it to 70. We made it to 70 subscribers. We're looking to get to 100 by the end of the month. What's today? The 29th. So we've got today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. I am hoping. I'm hoping. I'm hoping you guys can help me make that happen. 100 subscribers by the end of March, which is only a few days away. I know. We're at 70. Or at least we were at 70 when I went online earlier today. Let's see what we got here. I have to take a look. So, I hope everybody's having a good night. Meanwhile, yep, 70. We are right at 70 subscribers right now. So, just keep that in mind. And that would be great if you guys, whoever's around and whoever, is supporting, which is everybody who shows up, is a huge support. That's for sure. Everybody showing up is a huge support. So, all the people that show up and support me, if you guys and gals, everybody's guys. Hey Tosh, hey Wolfie. They're some of my biggest supporters right now. So, yeah, 100 would be great. If anybody can do it, if anybody can help me, it's going to be you guys. I know that. All right, for the next 24 hours, we are going with our Echoes of Nature Oracle deck from Tarot Oracle and see what he's got to tell us today. We have Serenity, which that is apparently for someone. This card is absolutely for somebody else today, not me. It has not been a serene day. That's for sure. Parker, you missing X? Oh, it's absolutely free, Parker. Yep, you don't have to do anything special. You can have a reading. All you have to do is put your question in the chat. So, Tosh and stuff, I hope you're able to see people who are commenting from Facebook, because I have Parker from Facebook on here with us, and that's great. I am so happy that you're here from Facebook. So if you're really in need of a reading. All right, so Parker wants to know, will we get back together? You miss an X. And you want to know if you're going to get back together. All right, Parker. Let's take a look and see if you and your ex are going to get back together. You still can't see people commenting. That's too bad. I don't know why. But I can. So I can tell you, I can put it right up there for you, and then now you can see. Parker says she missed earlier. She said she misses an ex, and then her question was, will we get back together? And absolutely, we will do a reading for Parker over on Facebook, all about whether or not her and her ex will get back together. How long have you been apart? Not that it really has anything to do with the reading, but I don't know, sometimes I'm just curious, I guess. It might have to do with the reading. All right, well, let me tell you a few things. Here's what I see, Parker. I see this. I see my camera jiggling, that's for sure. Hey, beautiful Aries, it's so great to see you. And Donata, hello, Donata. All right, let's see what we have got here. I just don't like to miss anybody as they come in, which is okay. Yeah, Donata, there's no list, so just put your question up there, and we will get to it. I'm doing a reading for Parker on Facebook right now, and then I know Wolfie has a question, and then it could be your turn. Absolutely. So, all right, Parker, let me get to you. I'm sorry. I almost started for a second and I stopped. Um, so it looks like you guys were good together and you worked really well together. You know, you knew you knew all about each other. You really knew all about, you know, each other and what made each other happy, what made each other upset and stuff like that. And you worked really well together. As you see over here, the Three of Pentacles, it's people working together. Obviously, it's that's always the first thing I get from the Three of Pentacles is, oh, okay, people have been working together and they work together real well. Now, it doesn't always mean, obviously that doesn't mean a job, always, but sometimes it does. But not in this case. This case, I see that you guys know each other extremely well and you work together very well. You took time and you learned about each other a lot. You learned a lot about each other over the time while you were together. Um, and life went on. Life kind of circled around and circled around and circled around, and I think you guys got bored of each other. I think you kind of got bored. Um, so that's what I see. I see you guys got bored. So I really think that if you are interested in getting back together, like you are, like you say you are, which obviously I take that as at its word because that's what you're telling me. Um, I think I think it can happen. I just think one of you needs to take the first step, and it's probably going to end up being you. Um, your best bet would probably be to reach out to this person and just not start up hot and heavy right off the bat. Hey, let's get back together. Let's maybe hey, let's just talk for a little bit. Let's talk on the phone or FaceTime, because obviously everybody's self quarantining, and I don't see any self quarantine in this reading, but it's just the way it is. Mystic Cats, how are you? I am so happy to see you too. That's for sure. I'll tell you guys a story in a little bit. An incredible story. Um, but anyhow, yeah. So Parker, that's really what I got for you. I think you can do it. I think you can do it, and I think it'll work. I just think you have to start off slow. All right. I hope that was the answer to your question, and I hope that kind of resonated the things that I saw there for you. Um, you're quite welcome, Parker. I'm glad I could do the reading for you. Definitely glad I could do that reading. All right. So I know we've got other questions. And Wolfie wants to know, can I get a 5 card spread to know how to work with a spiritual connection? Oh, how to work a spiritual connection with a soulmate. Sure you can. You absolutely can. Let's see. Oh, the soulmate. Let's see. How to work a spiritual connection with a soulmate. All right, while I'm shuffling, while I am shuffling, I'm going to tell you real quick. I'm going to tell Tasha and Kat that I did not go today, and you two will be the only two who understand that comment. So it was not the day for me to do that. So, but boy, do I have a story for everybody when I'm done with these couple of readings that have popped up right off the bat. I have got an incredible reading, an incredible story. I mean, oh, I can't wait to share it. Well, it looks really good. It looked really good in the beginning. Of course, the Nine of Swords. Here we are. Here we are again, back at the Nine of Swords. what you're going to do, Wolfie, what you have to do is obviously self. You're going to have to keep, was that social, I can't even think what you call it anymore, social distance to yourself from everything. And you're not happy about that. You're not happy that you're going to have to stay away from this person who is a soulmate. The best way to work on it, though, of course, is to sleep on it. You're gonna have to find a way to sleep on it, and that's the way that's gonna work out, because you've got the world, which is everything. You've got everything in your hands, and you've got the lovers. How much better can it get? You got the world next to the lovers. Two great cards, two right next to each other. Now, yes, I do see that there is some turmoil going on, and I do see that it's not an easy road. Obviously, it's not going to be a real easy road, not at this time. The problem at this time for you working on that spiritual connection is the problem of not being able to get together and work on it like you want to. I can right after the tower, you take off with the chariot. You are on the move. Once the turmoil, and I'm guessing. I'm guessing here. I shouldn't say guess, because it's my feeling is. Let's put it that way. My feeling is that the tower is the coronavirus, which is the turmoil in life right now, because it's right here at the end. It's kind of like right staring us in the face. That's kind of it. But after this coronavirus is over and everybody's allowed to go back out again, you're gonna take off to your soulmate. You are going to go straight to your soulmate, and that's where you're gonna really be able to work on that connection. I'll pull you one more card here, and look at that. The next card is the Six of Swords, which again is travel. You're moving. You're going toward that person. So here you're going somewhere. You're going towards the sun, which is great. You've got sunny cards here, and you've got the lovers, and here you've got travel where you're moving as well. So what I see is, if you put these two cards together, is one person's moving here, one person's moving here, and you guys meet up right in the middle. And of course, what's the middle? The lovers. That's what I got for you, Wolfie. I hope that is exactly what was working for you. I hope that was what you were looking for. Right. So, who else somebody else had a question. Parker. Parker said amazing. Thank you, Parker. I appreciate it. I really, the feedback is incredible. I really appreciate that, because that lets me know that I'm doing all right. Beautiful Aries wants to know, unless did I miss somebody before that? There is this one, then your question. Okay, so let us see. Okay. Well, Donata wants to know, will Reginald reach out to you? Will Reginald reach out to you? Let us find out. Okay. Well, that's not going great. I'm shuffling here with like banana fingers. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. My fingers are cold and numb. Will Reginald reach out to you? It looks like Reginald has a decision to make. He's juggling things all at the same time. And here we go again with the tower. As you can see, I'm not picking them right off the top. I just shuffle them up and pick them out of the middle. So it's not like... And we used a different deck, as a matter of fact, for the tower before. Which is even, it's always the way. There's always one card that pops up all night long, right? So yeah, here... Reginald's got himself into a point where he's really trying to balance several things at the same time. I'm going to take the question away so you can see better. There we go. He needs to balance things, and if he doesn't do this right, he's going to have some catastrophe go on that's not really going to help him when it comes out to reaching out to you. He won't be able to reach out to you if he doesn't make the right decision and juggle things the right way. Now, Reginald, to me, looks like he's, somebody who's stable and somebody who's secure and monetarily secure and stuff like that. And even through this tough time that's going on in the world, if you guys could see my face when I talk sometimes, I'll tell you, I don't do face shots while I'm doing readings, but I'll tell you what, every time I say something about coronavirus, my eyes roll and it's a mess. But anyhow, yeah, I think he's really financially secure, even though things aren't going great in the world. I think he's going to make it through okay. And so for him to reach out to you, it can happen. It can definitely happen. He just has to make, again, the right choice. He's got two choices here and he's juggling between the two. If he makes the right one, it's you. If he makes the wrong one, it's certain death. Dun-dun-dun-dun. All right, maybe not, but certainly not the outcome that he's going to want. But he's a smart guy. He's a smart guy, and he's, he wants to learn. He wants to learn things. He wants to be inspired, and he's excited about things. He's excited about moving forward. It looks like with you and with his life that he's trying to make. But right now, of course, he is self-quarantined, as you can see. And it's really clear. This card is so clear about self-quarantining that there's no other way I can even think to explain it in the way that the world is right now. You've got all your wands around you, built up around you. You got one in your hand. You're injured. He's injured. This person's injured. So he's self-quarantining, and he's not happy about it. It injures him, it hurts him. That's what I mean. I knew it hurts him, but I started off with injured because that's what it looks like. Obviously this person is injured, and so is he. So is he. He's not happy that he's got to be away from you, and that he's not able to make this make this connection with you. I really think that's the problem. I just think that he's not able to connect with you in a way that he really wants to, because of everything that's going on. But I think that when he gets the chance to make, when he gets to make that choice, that's when he's going to reach out to you. And I think he will. I just think it's going to take a little time because of life and all the things that life is throwing at everyone right now. So that's what I got for you, Donata. Donata? Yep. You are quite welcome, Donata. I hope that resonated with you. I'm quite hopeful. All right, so do I have anybody else who's waiting for a question? Did I miss one? I'm going back. All right, if I missed one, type it again for me, please. I got a lot of people. We got a lot of people in here tonight. We had 7, 8 people and some people from Facebook. So chat's going a little crazy. But meanwhile, so I'm going to tell you a story. Natasha and I were watching last night Mystic Cat's Psychic Readings live stream. She does her live streams every Saturday and Wednesday nights at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And I absolutely, before I even tell you the story, I absolutely think that's one of the live streams for you to follow. I highly recommend her live streams because they are it's not just tarot reading, it's learning, it's all kinds of other things. She is really good at what she's doing. But anyhow, back to my crazy story. So, as some of you know and some of you don't, my grandmother passed away a couple weeks ago, and I know it was sad, and I have appreciated all the people who have sent condolences and stuff like that. It has that's not the real main part of the story though. So we were doing she was doing readings for Natasha and I, um, because we were there, and she wanted to do some oracle card readings. Now I use Echoes of Nature Oracle, and I use Wisdom of the Oracle deck. But she had a very different deck, and she was mixing tarot cards and oracle cards, I believe, in this. But I know there were tarot cards involved because the Emperor came out. The Emperor card came out, and as soon as the Emperor card came out, she says, I'm putting this card down, and she was doing a reading for Natasha at the time. So she puts out the Emperor card, and she says to Natasha, as soon as I put that card out, I saw the name George. Do you know anybody by the name of George? And Natasha said, no. She says, but I'll take a George. You know, she doesn't know anyone named George. And right away, as soon as Kat said George, that is my grandfather, who passed away. Gosh, it's been 30 years. 1990, he passed away. Who was the husband of my grandmother, who just passed a couple weeks ago. And he came through in her reading to Natasha, for me. It was absolutely, I am still to this minute, stunned by the incredible reading. It was absolutely amazing that came up right in the middle of of a reading for someone else. But he was so excited, I guess, to get in touch with me, and that he came through on her reading, and I was just, my mind is still blown by it. It was incredible, absolutely incredible. So you guys have got to subscribe to Mystic Kat Psychic Readings. She does all her live streams on Wednesday nights and Saturday nights, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. I guess when I say Wednesday and Saturday nights, the PM part's kind of implied, but I always say it anyhow. I don't know. Yes. That was the question. Natasha had asked a question about, are there any spirits that are trying to talk to her, any spirits that are trying to get in touch with her? And then I commented also, oh, me too. And sure enough, during that reading for Natasha, George came through, and George just happens to be my grandfather, who is the husband of my recently deceased grandmother. So, absolutely mind blown. All right, let's get back to the reading. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take up all your reading time with my story, but it did. It was just so exciting that I couldn't wait till tonight to tell somebody. Okay, so Beautiful Aries wants to know: is a soulmate that she's supposed to have long term? I think that's how I'm getting it. Is that correct? Yes. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. Okay, so Beautiful Aries, is G your the soulmate you're supposed to have long term? I think that's the question, correct? G. I know G, yeah, the initial's fine. That's good. I just want to make sure I got the rest of the question. because I don't want to get it wrong. All right, so is G your soulmate, and is he supposed to be long term? Okay, let us see about G. G is not George, I hope. Because I can't go through that again. I can't have another night of that. All right, good. Is G a long-term soulmate for beautiful Aries? Yeah, the tower comes up a lot in your readings, Wolfie. I don't know why. Maybe that's maybe he's telling you. Maybe that's not the path to go. Maybe it's not the path for you to go down. The tower being in all those readings of yours. All right, let's see what we got, beautiful Aries. Because I too am a beautiful Aries. The Nine of Swords comes up in everybody else's reading. That's the thing. That's what comes up in everybody else's reading. Oh, look at this. The Page of Pentacles again. The King of Pentacles. My, oh my. All right, well, again, you start off with the King of Pentacles. You're starting with the King of Pentacles, and he is someone who is, again, very, very strong, very mature, very happy in the life that he has. He's a fire sign. He could most likely be a Taurus, I'm thinking. So I don't know if G is a Taurus or not, but as you can see, you can kind of tell the symbols here at the top. But yeah, he is financially secure. He is strong and mature. Mature, secure, all of it. All the rhyming words. And he's interested in learning all about you. He wants to know all about you. And he's willing to come to you. He's looking to come to you. You just keep your eye out for him. He's coming to you. Don't turn your back, though. You see how you got your back turned to him when he comes? Don't let him head towards you and you turn your back and look away. The grass is not greener on the other side. So, so here he is coming to you. You are looking away, but, remember the grass is not greener on the other side. You don't want that to be something that you think about. Oh, well, is there somebody better? No, there's not. And don't lose sleep over it. Do not lose sleep over it. He will come. He'll be there. This is not a super fast boat, as you can see. He's pushing it with a stick like a gondola in Italy, and that's a slow boat. So you just keep your eye out. Keep your eye out. Keep watching. Keep watching the world. He'll get to you. He will get to you eventually. It's not a real fast route, but don't lose sleep over it. I really think G is the one, not some other guy. Don't look for some other guy, because again, the grass is not so much greener on this side. You've already got somebody heading in your direction. You don't want to run across the water. You don't want to try and do that grass is greener thing. Don't lose sleep over this. But remember, he's got to stay 6 feet away. So 6 feet, it's a long ways. All right. I hope that helped you, beautiful Aries. Good. Don't look. Don't 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 always think the grass is greener, because it's not. You can ask my second wife about that. All right. Anybody else have questions? I think I caught up. I think I've finally caught up. Wolfie, I think I have a twin flame. Can I get any insights who that person is? I can tell you it's not G. Absolutely, it's not G. Sorry. He's already taken by beautiful Aries. All right, let's take a look. Let's see what we got for you, Wolfie. All right, I'm going to use even another deck. Another completely different deck. You see me shuffling. I swear I'm not making this up. And you see that I'm going to take them right out of the middle, right? A few cards here, there. Boom, boom, boom. How do you like that? Okay, so if the tower comes up again, it's you, not me. I'm gonna just warn you. All right. Oof. Well, there's the Emperor. Who do you see, Kat? Do you see anyone when the Emperor card came up? Now is that time. All right, so you got Pentacles and you've got Swords. Wow. All right, so you want to know if there's someone else for you? That's the question, correct? I'm thinking that's the question. You think you have the twin flame. Can you find out who it might be? All right, it's somebody who is holds on to everything they have. They really hold on to what they've got. They're not letting go once they attach themselves to something or someone. I truly think that they're going to hold on tight. I don't think they're not coming quickly, as you can tell. The Knight of Pentacles is never somebody who's moving really fast. But there's always a but, and here it comes. Even though he's very slow and cautious, somebody could be coming in that direction. You know, he is moving towards your direction. Now, you don't want to see that, though. You don't want to see it right now. It's not really the... It may not really be the person you think it is, or it may not be a person that you are interested in right now. So you don't want to see that they're looking in your direction. And you think that if they do come to you, then you're going to end up getting hurt. You know, I don't see where it's the person you think is your twin flame is not the person who's coming to you. I don't think that's it. I really don't. I think it's going to be somebody completely different. And I think you're blinding yourself to it. And I think you're afraid that that's not going to be good for you. It's not going to feel good. It's not going to work out right and stuff like that. But you've got the Emperor, and he's telling you, you know, if you can see, and I don't know if you can see that really close. Can you see that real close? He's looking over there to the left. You see that? So this Emperor is looking to the left, which to me is showing that, hey, no matter how you don't want to see it, and no matter how much you think this isn't the right person, that isn't the right person for you, this person really is somebody who's going to, you know, make you happy when they finally make their feelings known to you, which is going to take a while. But again, once they let their feelings out of the bag, and the old cat's out of the bag kind of thing, and all, they're going to hold on, because they hold on to everything they have. Everything they have, they hold on tight. So I don't think the person that is coming is a person that you think you know, or a person that you're thinking of. But the Emperor is telling you there's somebody coming, but it's not who you think. Okay? I hope that helps. Natasha, what are you telling her? They attach to you, they love you, they hold on to you. Yes. Hey, that's exactly what I was saying. All right. Slow mover, yep. Okay, so I have a twin flame. I'm not so sure on that it's an actual twin flame, but I do think it's, I do think it's going to be somebody that you're not expecting. And beautiful Aries thought my reading was so positive that she doesn't want to ask another question. Oh, I'm hoping I read that right. I hope I read that right. What was I saying? I don't know. You've read a lot about twin flames. I can tell you that I don't know a lot about twin flames. I don't know a lot about twin flames, but sorry, I'm shaking my drink so I can shake it up. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, I think that I don't know a lot about twin flames, but I think, but what I saw in that reading was what I saw. What I see is what I saw. So I heard the coronavirus started with China, so I bought paper plates. All right, fine. Any insights from my spread from me from the last spread? Any more insights? Nope. Slow mover, yeah, definitely somebody who's coming in really slow and cautious. You and you are waiting. I know. Keep waiting, because what's coming is going to be good. What's coming will be good. That's for sure. So, if what's the saying? Good things come to those who wait, right? That's such a dad joke, I know. Yeah. At least somebody got it. That's all. I'm just glad somebody got it. Yeah, I'm an old dad. What do you expect? My kids are all grown up. They're all moved out. Two of them are married. One of them's probably close to getting married. And there's three of them. And one of the three has he and his wife have um, a son, my grandchild, my grandson. So yeah, I am definitely not so old. All right, fine. Everybody has a name for what they are, and I always used to say, I'm the short, fat, bald guy. Yeah, but I'm not really even fat. I'm not that. I'm not fat. I was never fat. I eat crap. Natasha is a good motivator, Wolfie. So, all right. So, who else has questions? Oh, please. I had like an onslaught of questions in the very beginning, and I thought I missed half of them, and then all of a sudden I caught up. And next thing you know, now I have no questions. All right. Yeah, that's why I don't see. That's why I don't do. That's why I don't do the camera on myself because the light would shine off my head and blind you all. And I think the tower comes up in your readings all the time, Wolfie, because of that reason. Because you are all over the place, and the pieces of the tower are all over the place. You always, you can always see it. The tower is once it splinters off through the storm, it's all over the place, and that storm is your emotions. I think, and I think when they splinter off like that, then they're all over the place. So, it's just my opinion. Could be completely wrong, but it could also be completely right. So, my grandfather wakes you up every morning like clockwork. I will tell you, that is exactly the way he always was. Yeah, if you see here the tower, your favorite card, Wolfie, I know. Um, Turmoil is your emotions, and this is your emotions going every which direction. As they fall out of the tower, they're going all over the place. So, yep. Just thought I'd show it to you again. I know how much you like when it comes up in a reading, and it did. So, my grandfather always woke up at the same time every single morning, turned the coffee pot on, went back to bed for 20 minutes, and then got up when the coffee pot was done. For as long as I can ever remember. I was, and I was what, 20? I was 23 when he passed away in 1990. So, for those of you who don't know how old I am, just do the math. Didn't realize there was going to be math mixed in with my tarot reading. But yeah, so I was 23, and we spent a lot of time together. Uh, my grandfather George and my grandmother, who just passed away, they lived only about 5 minutes away from us, so we spent a lot of time there. My dad was a school teacher, so he had summers off, and my mom was a stay-at-home mom. So we spent a lot of time during the day down at their house, and then during the summers, we would all go on vacations together because my grandparents had a motorhome, and my parents had a travel trailer, a nice travel trailer, and we would go camping different places all over. And every year at Christmas time when I was real young, it started off at Christmas time, um, because my dad would have off school at the same time I had off school because we were in the same school district. So we would go to Disney World at Christmas, and then it got switched to. We decided we were going to switch it to Easter because we had a week off at Easter together. So we went at Easter together for a little over a week, and then there was a winter break in February that we started going, and then that was kind of it. In the 80s, I kind of did my teenage thing and not rebelled really, but just I wasn't a whole. I was interested in friends more than I was in family at that point, like everybody is, when they're late teens, early 20s. So, yeah, everybody's talking about the tower. See, the tower doesn't have to be bad. Cass says the tower does not have to be bad. It can be a good experience. The tower is just something in our lives that has to change, whether you want it to or not. Tasha says, my grandfather waking her up has been her life for the last week or two. You really enjoyed that time? What time? Early morning time? You had the tower a month ago. Wolfie says she had a tower a month ago with her soulmate. Never imagined that he would give such a reaction. That he scared her. Oh yeah, Easter break. We used to love Easter break, but we didn't get Easter break in the school system that we were in. Didn't come along until I was almost in high school. Um, I guess I was in high school, so it was great. My dad taught in, like I said, in the same school system, but it wasn't in the same school. Um, so I never had him as a teacher. Thank goodness. That would be horrible. That would be terrible for him. Um, but yeah, so he never, I never had him as a teacher, but we were in the same school system, so we had all the same time off. Um, if there was ever snow days or anything like that, it, school was canceled. His was canceled. Mine was canceled. Everybody's was canceled. My sister, it's me and my sister, and yeah, so we always had the same times off, which was nice. And yeah, it was a good life. Grandfather is talking to Tosh. She's telling you he really enjoyed the holidays. Oh, that's okay. Now I'm catching on. I am slow, but I catch on eventually. Now, Wolf, are you not Wolfie, not Wolfie baby doll, Wolf Murray? Are you related to Natasha? How is this? How is this all working out? I'm missing because I know Michael and Natasha. I don't know. Are you guys related at all, or is it just coincidental that the name is the same? Because I am so confused. Oh, so Wolf and Michael are the same person. Oh, that's just your side guy. He's the one with the '69 Mustang. No wonder Michael doesn't like him. All right, I get it now. All right, as long as I get the connection, I'm pretty okay then. I got to figure it out. That's cool. That is a cool nickname. I need a cool nickname. I do. I have one. The Night Reader Tarot. That's my cool nickname. That's it. So don't forget, everybody who's here. My goodness, I've probably lost everybody who hasn't heard this before. Um, all readings are for entertainment purposes only. All readings are entertainment purposes only. Please hit like and subscribe somewhere down there. And if you're interested in donating, please feel free to do it through PayPal right for now. PayPal.me/nightreader326. That's PayPal.me/nightreader326. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So you should change. Yeah, you should change Natasha to Tosh, and he should just keep using Wolf. Wolf and Tosh. Wolf and Tosh. That sounds very German, doesn't it? Sounds like some German word I just made up. Oh, Wolfentosh. I'm glad you guys all have a good sense of humor, because yes, like Tosh says, um, any donations that I ever receive are just to keep the live stream going. It's not. I'm not making my fortune on this on this deal. That's for sure. But I do. I do have to pay for the software every month, and occasionally there are two. We talked about this last night. It was funny. There are two tarot decks that I want, and that's it. That's really all I want is two more tarot decks. I want Dark Mansion, and I also want another one. I can't think of the name of it. Um, I want another one, and I can't think of the name of it. But I want Dark Mansion. Um, oh, this might hurt. This might hurt. No, not Thoth. I don't want Thoth. I am not a Thoth fan. I like Spaghetti Thoth, and I like Vodka Thoth, but not Tarot Thoth. That is for sure. So, sorry, I was reading back a little ways. Uh, yeah. So that's the deal. That's the deal with donations. They are absolutely appreciated, and it's just to continue the work. I also do want a Lenormand set, cards and mat or something like that. I did see one on Etsy that I really liked, and the woman was willing to do it for $50 for the whole set for the cards, and the she actually made, it's not a mat, it's a like a game board. It's like a board, and it folds up into like this tiny square sized board. It opens up. It's like 6 panels, and it opens, and then it's poker sized. They're poker sized cards that go, excuse me, and fit on the and then fit on the panel, which is really cool. Regularly it was like $60 plus shipping, and she decided she was willing to do the whole thing for $50, and that included the shipping. But nobody's printing right now, and she only prints on demand, basically. um, she'll only have the printer do one set when she gets an order. So unfortunately I did not order. Yes, Natasha means the birth of Christ. Natasha, who's that in your picture, by the way? Just curious. You and your oldest son. I had a feeling that it was you and your son. Okay. Very nice. Either that, or it was a really old picture and it was the two of you when you were kids, when you were young, and you knew each other. You just happened to know each other in like school or something. But my first guess was you and your son. uh yeah, nice intuitiveness. Yeah. She's empathetic. Yeah. She empathizes with everyone. That's nice. It's a really old picture, huh? You guys are funny. You crack me up. So, does anybody else have questions? If not, I can bore you to death with another story. A real quick story. So I bought the Anna deck, the Anna deck that I love so much. I love Anna. That was that was one of the first specialty decks I bought. I had, of course, I had what do you call it there, Rider Waite, and then I have the Llewellyn basic kind of Rider Waite-ish deck too, which is basically the exact same as Rider Waite with just updated, newer pictures. And then I bought Anna Kay and I bought Taro and Wonderland together at the same time. Not like it was a box set, but at the same time. And I wanted to use the picture of the Fool from Anna Kay. And I wanted my background to be Anna Kay cards spread out like this. And then I wanted my profile picture at the time was going to be the Fool from this deck, which I can't find at this time, of course, because I'm looking for it. That's always the way. But anyhow, so I spread the cards out. I took a nice picture of them. I had a nice picture of all the cards spread out like I did just a minute ago, and I took the picture of them. And I went and I found the Fool card right away because it was on top, because that's how they come. And I put them down, and then I went and I walked away from them for maybe 5 minutes. And my grandson, who was staying here with me at the time, my son and daughter-in-law and my grandson were staying here with me for a little while. There's the Fool. And in that 5 minutes, my grandson got a handful of cards and crumpled them up just like that, as much as he could. Like 6 or 7 cards that I could never use again because they were all crumpled up. So my wife, I went into my wife and I was like so upset because it was the day I got the whole thing. I got the whole, it was the day I got it. And I was really upset. I wasn't upset with the baby because it was my stupidity for leaving it out, knowing that he was walking around and stuff. And so I was upset with myself that I stupidly left it sitting there. And so of course she says, just order another one. So I have another whole box of Anna Kay. The book, all the cards are there, and a couple of them are. My wife actually fixed most of them. I think there's only really one card that's got a really deep crease in it. But so I do have I have 2 Anna Kay decks. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. I always thought it was 400 children. When that song came out, I was younger. 400 children in a crop in the field. I'm thinking to myself, my goodness, she's got 400 children. I used to sing. I used to be able to sing. Feels like 400 children. 400, whatever. That's funny. It's funny we're talking about kids because my youngest son just texted me. He just sent me a text, so that's funny. I'll have to reply back to him later. But all right, so does anybody have any other questions? Who's still here? What do we got? We got Wolfie and it's Natasha and her husband. And Kat is listening in because I know she's doing stuff with, probably with the baby and making dinner and all that good stuff because it's, 5 minutes to 6 at her house, which is a good time for dinner. Exactly. It was a fine time to leave me loose wheel. There's a joke about that. I'm not going to tell it, but that's the joke. That's the punchline. 4 of us, 4 children, 4 watching, and the 4, no. I was saying, if I pick the 4 or something right off the top of a deck of cards, nope. I got a 10, a 6, a 3, and nope, and a 5. Oh, but you know what? Top of the deck was our Serenity card, and guess what number that is? Number 4. Number 4, Serenity. Don't forget. That's your theme for the next 24 hours was serenity. The next 24 hours is serenity, and well, the rest of the week I usually do the rest of the weekend, but well, it's what is it, Sunday? Is it Sunday night? Oh gosh. Sunday night already? Yeah. I used to have anxiety attacks about going back to work on Mondays every Sunday night. Leadership and delays. Everything is delayed, of course. Everybody knows that. No question about it. Everything is delayed. And everybody's looking to our leaders, our country's leaders, to do something and to make something come, to do the right thing. Now it's Trump bucks. Now it is Trump bucks. That we should all be getting our Trump bucks checks, I guess, in the next few weeks. Probably not checks, probably direct deposit, but that's okay. They are beautiful, I have to say. I give another shout out to Tarot Oracle for the wonderful. These were all hand painted things that he made. He hand painted all of the pictures for this deck, and it's like 65 cards or something like that. So always a shout out for that. All right, so if nobody else has any questions, if nothing else is going on and no one else has any questions, I'm going to get some dinner for myself. And I think that's what I'm going to do. It's almost 7 o'clock. We did almost an hour tonight. We only did about an hour tonight. Usually I go over, it's probably an hour 10, hour 15, but tonight it wasn't. We had a huge crowd, though, this morning. We had a huge crowd earlier. When we first started, I'll tell you, I had people from Facebook, and we had a crowd. It was great. Glad you guys stuck in here with me, of course, because I always appreciate the support, taking time out of your busy days and busy early mornings. Early morning for some, dinner time for others. And I appreciate that. I really do. You guys don't know how much the support means to me. So, really good time. Really nice to talk again to you all, and we'll do this again tomorrow night. I promise. I have to. I'll schedule out the next week's worth of appearances, and we'll do it again. But y'all have a good night, and don't forget we're shooting for that 100 subscribers by the end of the month, which happens to be like 2 days away. But hey, if we can get there, awesome. If we can get close, it's still awesome. I mean, I've got 70 subscribers, and I've been on for, you figure I've been on for 3 weeks, and 1 week I took off because I was sick and had the death in the family. So really, in that short amount of time, I've went from 3 to 70. I can definitely see where we could get to 100 soon. So you guys, I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate the support. I really do. I'm glad you're here all of the time, and I am glad to see you when you come in. It makes me light up. Today was not a good day for me, so and I did not go today like we had talked about last night. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I was so sick about it from the time I started thinking about it last night that I just didn't do it, unfortunately. So Kat and Natasha will definitely understand that. But yeah, we'll definitely get to that 100 soon. All right. So you guys have a great night. Tell us what. Why I didn't go? Because I'm a wimp. Because I am a wimp. and it wasn't the day to do it for me. I don't know. I just made myself extremely sick and anxious thinking about it all night. No pressure. There was no pressure from anybody to do it, to go, you know, and and also it was okay. It was all right that I didn't go. Nobody in my family gets upset about stuff like that. We have, like I said, we have a tight family, and everybody understands what everybody else is going through. Yep, I'll get there when it's the right time. The right time is the nighttime. But once I go, I'll understand why it must be done. Yep, it's part of the healing process. It'll be fine, and it will be fine. Thank you, Kat. I do appreciate it. But like I said, you guys are the backbone of the Night Reader Tarot. That's for sure. I appreciate all your help. And, well, it's only the three of us here. Tosh and Wolf and Kat and me. So, the three of you and me. So I guess I don't have to tell him, Kat, about 10 o'clock Wednesday nights and Saturday nights to tune in to Mystic Cats with Psychic Readings. But I always put that plug out there because you never know who's watching later. All right, so, all right, you guys have a good night. I'm just beating around the bush now and just stalling for time. I don't know why, because I'm hungry. You have a good night. I will see you all soon. And thank you all. Thank you all for the support. It is greatly appreciated. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back again tomorrow. All right. Thank you.